Welcome to day 15 of our journey together. The mind and the thoughts are something that comes and goes. The thoughts we have of ourselves, they come and they go. Whoever we think we are, we tend to talk a lot about the concepts we consider ourselves to be, and there tends to be a lot of suffering when we're not meeting the expectations of our concepts. These ideas and concepts of who we are changing constantly. This is what we call a person. If you're thinking through what your experience of who you are has been throughout your life, it has constantly been changing. If you would have asked yourself 2 years ago who you are, you would have described yourself in a very different way than now. Still, there remains something untouched, something unchanging, something that's simply observing our thoughts and the mind and the ideas that we believe in so strongly. And when we use our mind and our thoughts to create concepts of who we are, then the mind is really not working in our advantage. However, it might still be beneficial because the suffering we're going through due to anger and sadness, fear, and so forth is largely caused by a strong belief in what's untrue, and these feelings of suffering may just spark an interest in looking a little bit deeper into what's causing them and whether it's real or not. Now, this may seem very, very foreign of a idea to even hear, but nobody can dispute that the idea we have of ourselves is changing constantly, and our thoughts are popping in and popping out, just coming and going. Clearly, that cannot be what you are, because if that would be what you are, then when it's gone, you would also be gone. But something is here even before the thought arises, and something's here observing the thought, and that something still remains when the thought is gone. Do not try to cling to these words or form any concepts. What you truly are is beyond any concepts, and it's not something you can create because it's always here, it can simply be discovered. There's a strong tendency when doing self-inquiry to create thoughts about yourself or what the true self should be. But this is something you simply can't create. Any creation or any thought or any concept will not be enough. What you are is beyond the mind, and it cannot be discovered by using your mind. Just remember that even though your suffering is mainly caused by the mind and thought processes, the mind is not your enemy. It can be a very efficient tool also. And in the end, without suffering, there would be no urge to wake up from the delusion that our mind plays on us. So take a few moments of silence to say thanks for the mind and to treat it as your friend, not as your enemy. Just there's no need to take it too seriously. and also to understand that it's ultimately not who you are. Very good. Be grateful for your mind, but at the same time, understand that you are not your mind. You're observing your mind, and by being able to create some distance between yourself and the mind, there's a great clarity being revealed. There's joy, peace, and love growing from this clarity of seeing. And just to repeat, do not use your mind to try and solve this. It's sufficient enough to just start by being aware of your mind as a separate entity from you. You are the one observing the mind, and the mind cannot exist without you, and a thought cannot exist without your attention. Thank yourself for this time we spent together. Thank you. Namaste.